bust it and all the candy fall out. And then, hey there, boys and girls, how are you doing? Welcome and thank you for joining me and Read with Mr. A today. Are you ready to get going with our story? Yeah, well, great. I know I am, because we have a great book on deck right here. So many greats. I feel like, what is that guy? Tony the Tiger. Great. And before I share the title of this book, if this is your first time here, if this is your 222nd time here and you haven't hit the subscribe button yet, just take your time, pause real quick, go ahead and hit that subscribe, hit all the notifications, because we don't just have Read with Mr. A today. We have so much more awesome content. We have animations, we have conversations. Everything we want to provide you is a resource that we are almost certain that we could get your little readers reading on level. And hey, maybe even some struggling readers who would like some assistance. We are going to help you as well. So please go ahead and do that. Doesn't cost you anything, and we want to thank you in advance. Now, on to our story. The title of our story we will be reading today. Little readers, we're going to say it twice, okay? So let's pay attention. Big readers, say it along with me. Let the little readers hear you. Title for our book today is called Hooray! A Piñata. Got that? Okay, let's do it one more time. Let's say it loud and clear. Here we go. Hooray! A piñata. Oh man, and do you see the picture there? The illustration? Okay. Now I'm trying to find it. Oh, there it is. That's the piñata. So if you've ever participated in a celebration, and usually they'll hang something of this nature on a string and they'll tie it to a tree, and then we take some wax at it, and when we hit it to where it burst open, there's usually some treats or whatever the person who packed it, put in there, and then everybody scrambles and picks it up. So yes, and I believe that is from the Mexican, Spanish, Latino culture. Please correct me if I'm wrong, and I don't mind it. So put it in the comments section. But hooray for a piñata. Are you ready to get going with the story? Great. Well, let's go. Hooray. Piñata. Hey, if I have one and it burst open, trust me, I pass you guys some candy. Not too much, though. Not too much, because we don't want to mess up our nice teeth here. Okay. Hooray for a piñata. Clara's birthday was coming. I'm going to have a cake at my party, she said. Well, she had told her friend Samson. So let's go back. Let's rewind. We're going to start this over. And it's okay. Just know that during our stories, none of these will always be perfect. And I'm not just saying here, but even on that side of the screen. And it's okay, all right? So whenever we need to make a correction to get it right, hey, let's do it. So we get it right. All right, so let's start from the beginning. Clara's birthday was coming. I'm going to have a cake at my party, she told her friend Samson. Of course you'll have a cake, said Samson. There's always cake at birthday parties. And I'm going to have balloons, Clara said. And I'm going to have a piñata too, Clara added proudly. Mama's taking me to pick one out this morning. Want to come? Hooray! A piñata! Samson clapped his hands. I love piñatas. I love piñatas too, said Clara as her mother led them to the piñata store. I love to fill them with candy. I love to whack them, Samson said. And smack them and crack them, said Clara. And mash and smash and break them, cried Samson. And watch the candy fall, yelled Clara. And eat the candy, shouted Samson. There were so many piñatas to choose from. Donkeys and dinosaurs, peacocks and stars, robots and ice cream cones, lions and lambs, all fluffy and ruffly in their bright paper curls. There were even some monster piñatas. Samson made a face at a big, jagged one. Get this scary thundercloud monster, Clara! A thundercloud monster? Clara shook her head. I like this little dog. Can I get him, Mama? If that's the one you want, said her mother. He's the one, said Clara. That dog is so small, he won't hold very much candy, Samson told her. I like him, though, Clara replied. He's a good little dog, the piñata vendor said as he lifted the piñata down. Clara took the dog in her arms. He was light and soft, and he smelled like newspaper. Clara petted the dog's curly fur as she carried him home. I think I'll name him Lucky. He looks like a Lucky, said Samson. He's a good little dog. We would take him to the park for a picnic. I'm sorry, he's a good little dog. We could take him to the park for a picnic. Mom wants me home for lunch, replied Samson, and you should save that piñata for your birthday party. You don't want to get it wrecked. It won't get wrecked. Don't worry, Clara assured him. At home, Clara gave Lucky a bowl of crunchy brown cereal because it looked like, looked a little bit like dog food. Lucky seemed to enjoy it. When he had eaten, Clara made him a collar and a leash and took him out for a walk. Along the way, they stopped to greet people and other dogs and to smell bushes, flowers, and trees. When they came home and dug a deep, hole in the sand. What are you doing to that poor piñata? Samson called from across the fence. Lucky's digging, Clara told him. He's getting all dirty, Samson replied. He'll shake himself clean. Clara, honey, called her mother. Shake yourself clean and get your sweater. We're going to Grandma's for dinner. See you, Clara, Samson said. Take care of that piñata. I will, Clara promised. She held Lucky tight as the car sped across the city. Lucky sniffed the air with its many smells, salty, oily, bready, sweet. His ears flapped in the wind. Grandma was waiting for them on her porch. Look, I got a dog. Clara ran to show her. What a good little dog, Grandma patted him. What a good little dog. Grandma patted him. So quiet and so clean. I have to keep him clean because he's really a piñata, said Clara. If I bathed him, his fur would fall apart. But you can brush him, Grandma said as they went into the house, and you can keep him warm. She gave Clara a small crocheted blanket. And here's a little spending money just for you. Thanks, Grandma. Clara hugged her. She knew what she would spend the money on. Dog biscuits and a ride on the merry-go-round near Grandma's house. After dinner, they walked there together. As her horse galloped around and around, Clara pretended that she and Lucky were flying. They flew in Clara's dreams that night. And on her swing the next morning, they ate cheese sandwiches together and listened to stories and bicycled around the block with Samson. Careful with that piñata, Samson yelled as they raced down the hill. Don't worry, Samson. He's safe. That afternoon, Clara and Samson made paper hats for everyone who was coming to her party the next day. Clara made a little hat for Lucky. You like that piñata so much, Samson said. It's going to be sad when we stuff him with candy and break him. Clara's eyes filled with tears. I don't want anyone to break him, she said. You mean you won't have a piñata at your party? Asked Samson. No candy? We can have candy in bowls, Clara suggested, though she knew it didn't sound like much fun. Samson sighed. You should have a real dog, Clara. Maybe I could get you a puppy for your birthday. I can't have a real dog, Clara said. Dogs and cats make my mother sneeze. They do? That's too bad. I have to get you something else then, Samson said. What? Asked Clara. I'm not sure yet. I'll think of something good. Early the next morning, Samson came by with two presents. Clara opened the smaller one first. Inside was a rawhide bone. For Lucky. Thanks, Samson. Open the big one, Samson said. Clara tore off the wrapping paper and saw something big and jagged and scary. Hooray, a piñata! Clara clapped her hands. Hooray, a piñata! Samson clapped too. What a piñata, said Clara's mother. Clara hugged the thundercloud. Let's fill it with candy right now. Before you make friends with it too. Let me say that one more time. Before you make friends with it too. Samson laughed. Clara's father helped them cut a hole in the piñata and fill it with almond bars and cinnamon swirls, strawberry rolls and taffy, tiny bags of jelly beans, and shiny chocolate kisses. Then they taped the hole shut and hung the heavy thundercloud in Clara's tree. The piñata scowled as the guests arrived at the party. It glared as they sang and ate cake. It grinned its toothy monster grin as the children took turns trying to break it. They whacked it and cracked it and mashed it and bashed it, but still that storm cloud did not open until Clara gave it a thundering thwack, and candy showered down. The children whooped and hollered, "Hooray! Hooray! Hooray!" They screamed and ran to grab as much as they could hold. Well, see, that's what Mr. A was explaining in the beginning. Oh, it's a mad dash. Well, hopefully it's not mad. Hopefully it's a happy dash, right? And when they'd eaten all they could, they played with the piñata. Samson wore the scowly face as a mask. Clara turned the bottom into a hat, and Lucky chased a quick yellow lightning bolt through the grass. The end. Hooray! A piñata! Yes, so great book, don't you think? How many of you now, when your birthday comes up and you are looking for things to do as far as getting everybody excited or playing a game or something, how many of you are going to go get a piñata? Yeah. Oh, man. Hey, I'll tell you, piñatas are fun. It's just making sure that there is an adult present to supervise, because usually they put a mask on the person and spin them around, and then they got to try to find it and whack the piñata. So, it's different for whoever is managing that. Younger kids may need a little bit of help, somebody helping bash and wreck and mash that thing open. But I tell you, when it does open up, go get as much candy as you possibly can. But some of you are going to be quicker than others and may get to grab a lot of candy. As being good human beings, let's make sure that we are sharing, okay? We don't want to leave anybody out. Okay, some of you, like I said, are going to be quicker than others and get the more candy, but let's just make sure that we're sharing. We don't leave anybody out, okay? So, great story. Hooray for a piñata. What I did get from this, and you please in the comment section share what you got from this story. What jumped out to me is Clara's attachment to the piñata. To her dog, which eventually became her dog, and he was her best friend. And what is the what did she have? Lucky. I'm looking for the name Lucky. Lucky, her dog. She built such an attachment to the dog that when what the piñata is typically used for is, the birthday party, and got the piñata early, but she built an attachment to it. And then when it came time to wanting to stuff it and hang it, and then it would have to get bashed and wrecked and smashed, and whatever it was filled with could come out, she didn't want that to happen. So they were going to think of something else. And Samson kind of warned her. And what did Samson do? He was a great friend, great support system. He went out and got her another piñata so that she could keep Lucky as her pet, in which she had built a relationship with, as her, became her real dog. And that's okay. That happens. We have real friends, we have imaginary friends, we have pet friends, and it's all good. So that was great that he did that for, and they were able to experience the piñata, tie, break, tie up, break, smash, go get the candy. So I hope all of you who are wanting this get a chance to experience a piñata. Now, can I share the positive affirmation? Okay. And that is the one for today. Well, not that is. The one for today is, we're going to say it twice, okay? Just like our title, exist loudly. Say that one more time. Exist loudly. Exist. Now, is that a common word? Some may consider it a common word, but here we don't consider it common. So we're going to go to the dictionary and we're going to look up exist. Okay. Whew. Mr. A had some cobwebs on his face because we didn't use this in a while. Okay, so we're going to look up the word exist. What does exist mean? If you could beat me to it, go ahead, put it in the comment section. Oh, I'm about to get it. Exist. Hold on, boys and girls. Exist. Okay, I found it. Here we go. Exist. To come into being. To have real being, whether material or spiritual. To have being in a specified place or largest galaxy known to. To continue to be. To have life. To have life. Okay, that's the one we're going to use. To have life. So when we exist, we're going to exist with a lot of life. Okay, we're going to be excited. We're going to be bubbly. Our energy is just going to be an attractive force. Okay, so when we exist, you don't always have to shout it out to the masses. You don't have to shout it with everybody. People can tell when you exist loudly. It could be in your words. It could be in your clothing. You could exist loudly, but let's just make sure when we exist positively. We exist positively. We exist in ways that other individuals can feel as though they're touched, moved, or inspired by our actions and the way we exist loudly. Okay. All right, because around here, I'm going to tell you 3 things. We want you to stay good, stay positive, and treat people well. That is the magic formula for transforming the world for the better. I'm telling you, spreading love, and then we're looking at safe communities. Isn't that what we want? That's what we want in this world. Oh, yes. Thank you. Thank you for agreeing with me on that. So, hey, folks. We got through everything. We want to thank the author or authors who have written Hooray, a Piñata, and put the words in this book to share them with us so that we could share them with you all. And if you would like to put this book on your own home personal bookshelf, go in the description. We have a link for this book so you can do that. Great job. And like I said, hopefully you all will get a chance to experience having a piñata at a party and busting it open and getting all the candy. Yay, hooray. Yes. All righty. Well, thank you for your time, your energy, your cooperation, little readers, big readers. We appreciate you so much here at Fathers Read 365. And hey, we're going to see you in the next adventure. Cool? Great. I'm Mr. A.